What's good, video pros? Have you ever wondered the difference between a filmmaker versus a videographer? Now, for me, underneath this hat, L Vision, I have did both. I have recorded weddings underneath this hat. I have did small film productions underneath this hat. And I'll tell you, man, when it comes down to it, I learned something from them both. But I had to ask Chat, I went on Chat GBT because I was a little interested to know filmmaker versus videographer. What are the unique differences? And it gave me some good answers, so I figured I would just post this video real quick. Now, started out with Video Pros. Here's the no fluff breakdown. So we'll jump right into it. Now, filmmakers tell stories even if it's a 2-minute piece. There's a plot, emotion, and artistic intent, which makes sense, right? When it comes down to filmmaking. But being a videographer, capturing events, moments, asking you to think of weddings, conferences, corporate event shoots, and more documentations than direction.
Action.
Which makes sense as well. Well, here we go. Crew versus solo. Okay, so a filmmaker often works with the crew, which is true. A DP, director of photography, sound, lighting, editor. Been there. And I would absolutely agree with that. A videographer, frequently a one-person band, like myself, been there as well. And I shoot and light and record audio and do my own edits. Now, you don't have to, as a videographer, do all of these, but the chances are you probably will. So I have to agree with ChatGPT on that one. Now, moving on, it's talking about vision versus client's direction. Filmmakers usually bring their visions to life. Yep, that's true as well. And even with clients, there's a creative freedom. Yep. Okay, you're doing pretty good, Chat. Okay, over here, let's talk about the videographer. Less about what could be and more about what they want. Okay, so let's read that one again. Less about what could be and more about what they want. Yeah. Now, as far as equipment use, filmmakers may go cinematic, right? Using prime lenses, color grading, storytelling, and composition. All of those things are great. These are skills that I believe you need as a videographer as well as a filmmaker. But, it's let's just see the differences here. They're saying that a videographer uses reliable gear for running gun situations, which is true. You got to be ready to shoot when you're a videographer, man. You can't miss that moment and you can't reenact that moment. So yes, I would agree with that as well. Focusing on getting the shot, not making art. True. Everyday real life things. You're not worried about what's in the background so much, it's out of your control. You might worry a little bit what's in the foreground, but your main objective is to focus on getting the actual shot. Thank God nowadays with many softwares you can remove things out of the actual video and not have to worry about it being in the foreground or background. So yeah, I would agree with that as well. Now, the audience expectations. Filmmakers make content to move people emotionally and mentally. That one there, I don't believe filmmakers only. I would have to say videographers kind of feel the same way. We want to make content to move people as well as emotionally or mentally. But, if that's the way Chat feels, that's the way it feels. It's actually not a human. We know that. It's just a bunch of computers. So I'll have to disagree with that. I believe both filmmakers and videographers' main goal for their audience or their audience expectation would be to make content that moves people emotionally and mentally. Now, let's just see what they said for videographer. Make content that preserves or promotes something clearly and cleanly. I don't know where they're going with that, but I would agree with the preserve or promote. Normally if somebody's doing a documentary or they're doing some videography work, they're preserving some footage or they're promoting something. But again, I would have to say, you want to make content that move people emotionally and mentally when doing your videography work, at least for me. Okay, bottom line, a filmmaker is an artist with the camera. A videographer is a technician with the purpose. I'll agree with that. But I still believe, as a videographer, you're an artist with the camera as well. But I also agree that both, as a filmmaker, you're a technician with purpose, and a videographer is a technician with purpose. It does say here that both are valuable. One moves hearts, the other preserves moments. We're gonna keep it moving. So it's asking now, what lanes are you diving into? Video pro? Are you merging them both? Yes. We're gonna say that for another video. If you like this one, leave your comments, please subscribe, turn on that notification button, and remember to capture those moments and do the best with what you have. Till the next video, y'all. Peace.